Okay, so today's intro is a little weird. It's not in the morning like normal, but that's okay. You guys can deal with that. I just wanted to say really quickly, you guys probably already noticed from the title, I'm doing something a bit different today. Hopefully nobody gets too angry, but I know there's nothing really to get angry about with it because I'm not like doing anything mean or anything like that. So if you're here to just dislike because you saw the copying Casey, just dislike and leave. If not, watch the video and see what I have to say. Thank you so much for watching. You guys enjoy the video.
I tried to sleep the day off, but my mind it always roams. I had a dream that wolves they followed me all the way home, but I didn't know, so I ran through trees and hid in snow. They decided to go. Well, I had the dream, and I know.
Okay, well, it's been 8-ish hours, I think, and I'm out of school, and you probably guessed where I am right now. I'm at Big B. I'm gonna get some coffee, and I'm gonna go home, or I have to pick up Ben, and then JoJo, and then ice skating, and then I'm gonna go home. So, yeah, let's do that.
So I decide I want some coffee and to have a smoke. She calls me and asks what I'm doing. Well, nothing, 'cause I'm broke. And God only knows that I...
Hey, JoJo.
Yeah,
How's your day?
good.
How good on a scale of 1 to 10?
8?
8. Wow, did you do anything cool today?
No.
No, nothing cool, just 8 out of 10?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I can't afford to let go, but I try to show that all I want is you in my home. But I didn't know, so I ran through trees and hid in snow. They decided to go. Well, I had the dream, and I know.
Let's talk about this whole "you're copying Casey Neistat" thing. Okay, well I've seen so many comments like this one and all of these ones, and I'm just getting a bit annoyed. And you know, I thought I would just address the problem head on before anything else happens, and hopefully, you know, it would lower the amount of people saying it. Okay, first off, let me just state that this video is in no way trying to, like, hating on Casey. This is not a hate video about Casey. He is a fantastic filmmaker, an amazing YouTuber. What he does is some of the best work on YouTube. So if you think that if this video in any way is trying to hate on Casey or his fan base, you can dislike the video and close it right now. I don't care. There's nothing stopping you. Okay, now let's get back to the topic at hand. As you've probably noticed, and I've said it before, a lot of people are saying that the new vloggers that are even putting a little bit of time, even the smallest amount of time into their videos, are copying Casey Neistat. And I do agree with this to some extent. The people who are copying him, like doing the exact same things he does and all the same music and stuff, like I've seen people who've used the exact same music and like even tried to copy frame by frame, and they're saying they're not copying Casey Neistat. I mean, come on. But these people who aren't growing, they do deserve the lack of growth, because as I've said before, and I'll say it again, I live by these words. If you aren't creating original content on YouTube, you aren't going to go anywhere. Let me say though that I am without a doubt inspired by Casey. I mean, the work that he does, like I've said, is just fantastic. And people have been saying that I'm trying too hard to be like Casey Neistat, and I mean, of course, who wouldn't want to be Casey Neistat? His life, his family, his house, just everything about him is just like amazing. If you could think of a perfect life, just think of Casey Neistat. It's insane. But back to the main point here, if you think that me doing time lapses in some of my intros and throughout some of my vlogs and setting up the camera before I go places is copying Casey Neistat, I just have to say I disagree with you, because I've been doing that since I was a little kid. Casey did not invent 99% of the things that he does in his vlogs. I mean, maybe there's that 1% where he does like cool things with the boosted board or something. There's always something that people think of themselves if they're big YouTubers like that. But the reason that people think that is because he has the biggest audience out of all the vloggers. He has like almost 3 million subscribers. And that really shows when there are people trying to grow as vloggers and they do things that Casey Neistat does, just something similar. They're like, oh, you're copying Casey Neistat because those are the first big people, or he's the first big person they've seen. And I bet Casey would agree with me on some of these, because people have been doing what we are starting to do in these more put together vlogs since the beginning of film in like the early 1900s. So it's just silly to see those comments. And again, I am not trying to hate on Casey at all. I love Casey, I love his work. 99% of his fans are great. There's always that 1% in every single person's, every single YouTuber's audience that is just kind of, you know, silly. I'm sorry about this little rant. I don't normally do this. Let's get back to the video. Hey, Mom.
Yes.
Can you make me a smoothie?
I love making smoothies.
Please?
For you.
Yeah?
Here's some rice.
That's not a
And
smoothie.
avocado or
So, apparently, I'm not going anywhere because they're going to be out until like 10, and I have so much stuff to do. So, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.